I'm going to start this video by saying I am not a supporter of any party, not a supporter of the JLP, not a supporter of the PNP. But I'm going to say this, and a lot of you might unfollow me, a lot of you might upset, but this is my take. Personally, my belief is that if the PNP was in power, Jamaica would have get F. Big time. When I observe and see right through this hurricane, before it hit Jamaica, PNP has been playing political role, as in they're making this thing politically, right? They're on a campaign trail. When the government deployed the police, the soldiers, the firefighters out there, right before hurricane started, during hurricane, and even after the hurricane, they refused to acknowledge that the government been working. They refuse to tell the people that the government been working. What they do is to put out a narrative that the government ain't doing nothing. And that starts spreading from the PNP government. I noticed that they're all about money and money and money and money. And they've been spreading these narrative that the government have not issues them any money. And when we look on that, and I'm saying, wait, but the last time we checked in Parliament, when the government said, hey, we're going to issue $10 million to each member, right? And that $10 million is not to fix road. It's not to go out there and repair houses, but it's to supply water, mainly for water for the people, right? In the most devastated places. Some member of parliament was going to get $15 million, right? And it's to also help to clear roads. But they paint the narrative that the government ain't doing nothing. The government didn't hand in them anything. And they have to all depend on outsiders to come in and do the work. And me just look on it and me just say how hypocritical this is. Like, seriously. And a lot of you guys intend to want to run with this narrative. Instead of you guys pay attention and listen. You guys not doing it. No. You see, a lot of you don't get it. Mark Golan is not the leader of the country. Andrew Holness is. So Andrew Holness still have to represent the country, whether it's internationally or locally. He still has to represent. You have to remember that he has a representative in the country. That's if he have to go abroad to represent the country abroad. If Mark Golan was in power, he did have to do the same thing as Andrew. Mark Golan has more time on his hand to say, hey, we are going to go out there. The main key thing for Mark Golan and the team, if you follow through, you realize that it's all about campaigning. Nothing else. They hold the most press conference since Hurricane Melissa. The most press conference. And all they do is spread lies upon lies upon lies. You have one young lady, every single time she go up, she a cry. She a cry and she a cry. And oh, they don't have no water. So what about the money that was issued to you for water? To provide water for the people. And this is why I love the fact that Andrew actually took the time out to shut down this narrative. And if you notice, all of them, all they do on the opposite side is sit there and laugh or either go on their phone and they just hold their head down. Are you guys blind and not seeing it? There's no way possible I am going to go out there and call you out publicly. But when I see you on your face, I can't say the same thing that I've been saying behind your back. Eh? When you address me, only thing I can do is hold on my head. Huh? With the guilt on my face. People who don't have common sense. Who don't have sense. Because if I am out here calling out Andrew, when I see Andrew face to face, I am going to call him out also face to face. But I watch Andrew Holness shut them down face to face. He didn't just shut them down publicly, but he shut them down face to face. Jamaica, look. Pay attention. If Andrew is that wicked and Andrew not issuing no money to them, right, to do anything, then how on earth they can't stand and what they say in front of Andrew Holness' face? Oh, there's no way. That only go to show you how hypocritical and lie they are. I strongly believe that if Mark Golin, the PNP party, was in power, this much aid internationally would not be flowing in the country. I strongly believe that. May I tell you the truth? When me listen, a matter of fact, me could play this video.
Just to be clear, Mr. Speaker, I know there's a lot of talk about government getting money and not using it, and we have to be so careful that these kinds of careless talk. Now, for the people, Mr. Speaker, I'm about to say something, and I just want to be clear. For the people who are saying it, and gaining influence on persons who don't understand, it is dangerous. Because, there is a public that believes that somehow we sit here and we are trying to somehow take away money that has come for the relief of the people. Let me say this clearly, Mr. Speaker. It would be morally reprehensible for anyone to be using any government resources in any way that has been given or borrowed for relief or any other action to mitigate the damage of this hurricane for any personal or private gain. And if there is any such thing happening, I don't have to wait for any other entity to ferret it out or find it. I will find it myself. Let it be on the record, Mr. Speaker, that this is not the first disaster that this government has had to address. There was never a question about the administration of resources for Hurricane Beryl. No donor said, what I gave, I don't know how it was accounted for. Let it be clear that for the entire administration of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, where the government of Jamaica executed the largest social protection program in the history of Jamaica. There wasn't even one question of misappropriation of funds. So I want to be clear, Mr. Speaker, that those persons who wish to tarnish myself, tarnish the government, you are tarnishing Jamaica with a lie. I am not worried so much, Mr. Speaker, because wherever I travel and I meet with the international community, you know what they say? They say, you have done an amazing job. And I'm not joking, Mr. Speaker. I don't have to say it about myself. The international officers who come here representing the international agencies, they go, and I don't ask them to, they go and say it publicly. Direct contradiction of the nonsense that some people are saying. So I know that it hasn't done any damage at that level, because they know, they see, they understand, they know the systems in place, and they know what would have happened in other countries. Yes, yes. And they have confidence in the government. Yes, confidence in the government. But some of them who are saying these things are people who know better, and they mislead. They mislead the people. So let me be clear in this parliament that this government will manage this disaster without any form of corruption, misdirection, maladministration, malfeasance, misfeasance. We are going to manage this disaster with the highest level of probity and integrity and accountability. And it is necessary to do this, Mr. Speaker, because the scale of what we need in support from the international community can only be gotten if the international community feels that we have the institutional framework to ensure that whatever resources are made available are properly used. So one can only say that those people who are spreading those rumors are determined to bring down Jamaica. They do not support Jamaica. So as I stand here, Mr. Speaker, my statement is also a warning to us. Let's be clear, it is a warning to the government, but it is my duty also to dismiss and dispel falsehood.
This video that Uno just watched with Andrew Holness addressing them, a lot of people in the comment is saying Andrew is too ignorant and, you know. But I'm not ignorant. It's the fact that they are spreading a narrative that the government ain't doing nothing. That the government ain't helping nothing. Now, you see, these people are young, you know. They are young. And I look into this thing and I'm like, okay. So Mark Golan is the leader of the opposition party, which is PNP. But yet, these people want to work within their constituency and don't even understand how to go about it. These are the people that you guys place to represent, you know, and they know nothing of how to represent you and how to go about to get the job done. Nothing. And you would thought that the opposition leader would be able to sit his people down that are new to the thing and teach them, answer question for them that they need the answers for, and how to go about getting things done. You don't believe me? All right, I'll play another video for you.
Say that the practical solution, which rightly the minister would have advised me, is to, if you can stop the gap, you're going to have to do that. But how long can I afford to do that in a private capacity while we wait? And so I just needed to consider that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just listening to the Member of Parliament, I can see his passion and the genuine desire of wanting to help. And just reflecting that you know, when I became a Member of Parliament, I may have taken the same posture. But yeah, he will learn. He will learn. He will learn. He will learn. But remember, when we sit here and make the rules, we are not intent on breaking them. But when exceptional circumstances are brought to our attention, we will have to address them. The provisions made to members of parliament, and let me say this, and I have to be the one to say it because you're going to face your constituents who will tell you, the Prime Minister allocate $5 million to you, to your constituency. Fix all the roads. The funds that are allocated to members of parliament are not meant to replace the functioning ministries, departments, and agencies who have the budgets to actually deliver the service. The allocations that are given to members of parliament are there for them to be able to respond to urgent, critical welfare and health and other critical social needs and some infrastructure needs. But the member of parliament is not the executive director of the NWA or the managing director of the NWA, East Portland, and for all MPs. So if you have said you have brought it to the attention of the minister, I just had a word with the minister. There is a process. These things, if you bring them to the attention of your NWA parish manager, or I suspect that road is a parish council road, that you bring it to the superintendent of works in the parish council. Those matters would then funnel up into the larger budget, and then the decisions are made as to how the larger budget is allocated to what is a priority. All right?
This video now is causing another problem where people are looking at it and saying Andrew didn't answer the question. Andrew Holness had disrespect Isaac. He did not. He did not disrespect the young man. The young man himself is acknowledging him don't know how to go about it. You understand? He need clarification how to go about it and what to expect or how he can get these road fixed. He means asking the question how he can. And Andrew is simply saying, I was there at your place at one point. And I understand you're new and you don't know. Literally what Andrew Holness is doing is calling out the leader of the opposition. You don't realize that? That's what Andrew is doing. Andrew is saying, you will learn. You will have time because I see him where I did it too. I made it feel as if me can just go in and just do work and just do work. That's not how it goes. When me see people are commenting and I say, Anne-Marie was doing this. You know, have to understand, so when Anne-Marie get into power, those requests were submitted way before. You understand? I think it was like 2 years before. They were submitted. And then it got approved. So because it got approved, Anne-Marie can go into action immediately. She can go immediately. So these roads that Isaac is talking about is different. It's different. I think they're parish councils. It's different roading. So you have to go in and you have to do submission and then get approval. You understand? So he never know. And this is where Mark Golding should have actually chipped in to teach his people how to go about things. As a leader for the party, you have enough time in the world to start to teach your people. So you're getting them ready for the next election. Don't go out and go campaign on a disaster that we have now. Start to teach your people how to manage disaster and how to deal with disaster and how to get work done in their constituency. How to go about it. Andrew didn't disrespect him. Andrew give him step by step how to go about it. Because he didn't know. You understand? So Andrew make him know, say, when you submit, you have to wait on them to give you approval. I know him, Andrew. Is that him, Andrew? Isaac thought it was Andrew after sign off on these things. That's why he marks Andrew Holness. But he never understand that he have to go to parish council. He have to deal with them the up there in a Portland. Submission. You understand? A matter of fact, the man lay it out and make you know, say, the money that is been given to the member of parliament is not to fix road. You understand? It's not to fix road. Because I realize that the new member of parliament thought that the money that Andrew would give was to fix road. No, it's not. You understand? Water is a part of the critical needs. And that was the main objective in giving that money. You get what I mean? Like Isaac would have get 10 million. People, I don't know who down in St. Elizabeth would have get 15 because down there is more critical than Portland. It more damage down there so than Portland. You understand? So the 10 million would have really worked best in Portland because everywhere in a Portland get damaged when it comes to water. I have water crisis. And everywhere. You have a lot of places in a Portland, you know, that don't have a standpipe or anything. So that little money that could have come in play right there, so for help to bring a standpipe there, so now go cost $1 million. Never cost 200,000. You understand? So when me hear una bash the government, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Una say helicopter fly over helicopter na land. Una don't understand how helicopter work. Helicopter can't land and soft mud, soft ground. It can't. No day, no time, no hour. Or else it can't go back up. So they have to fly around to assess the place, see where best they can land. They are called plans. Why you think so they could have started coming in now and pick where to land to deliver the food? It's because they fly over to assess. And they have people on the ground to assess. To see where best we can land to deliver it. You don't know if we easily get misled. You don't need to open on the eyes, open on the ears. Who have ears, let them hear. Who have eyes, let them see. Start listening to understand. And not listen to respond. Listen to understand. You understand what? Andre Stephen, me see them on a campaign. And in a reality, all he do is loud, loud, loud. That's in all him do is loud, loud, loud. That's it. But when he come, oh, and the Prime Minister in Ghana, this and in Ghana, this, he has to represent. He's the leader of the country. And when you assess the damage in Jamaica, it's far greater than the GDP. Jamaica are gonna need to borrow money. So him have to go to these places to represent, to make them know, say, yo, here we are going. We are going to need help. We are going to need funding. You have to represent. If Mark go into there, she have to go too. Remember, say Mama P, when Mama P disaster, they eat Mama P. Mama P, that Florida. I know like Andrew sports or idle. The man go represent for the country. And if you listen to what he's talking about over there, it's pretty much based on what's going on in Jamaica. And we're seeking for the help. We're going to need everybody on board. That's basically what the man is talking about. I listened to it. So when I beat Andrew, we don't need to know if you beat him for. Me hear people are say, oh, what the top all in them there and all of these things are the tent and all of these things. Don't you see the JDF been giving out tents? Unno see that. Unno blind? Unno said the JDF been giving out tents. One of the things I come from. The JDF. When you think of them bite and go on it? Eh? You don't need to have sense, man. One of the things that the food package them come from where JDF are give out and the police them are give out. Yes, some of the police them come together to buy them one thing.